Okay, so 2017 season has started. I'm gonna go with my what's in the bag since all my clubs are now here. So this whole bag is now new except for one club I putter. However, that's one club that I probably wouldn't have changed anyways. But the rest of the clubs in my bag are totally new, completely different specs. So stay tuned for all that. So to start off, I might as well start with my putter, so that, given that it's not brand new, I won't take too long on this. I got my Scotty Cameron Newport 2.5. It is a 35-inch putter. It's pretty good putter. I've used it for about a season and a half now so far, and on the head cover I got the Scotty Cameron Custom Shop Dirty Rat. It's a pretty cool head cover. Gets a couple eyes looking at it every now and then, and I just got the stock Scotty grip on it, so that's that. And just these up here, I have my two alignment rods, my Northern Junior alignment rods. I like using those in the range, putting with them, whatever. So now going into my wedges, I got same setup as I've had my whole life pretty much. I got a 60, 56, and 52, but these are all the TaylorMade milled grind. So these are all the same. My 60's got 10 degrees of bounce. My 56 has 12 degrees of bounce. My 52's got 9 degrees of bounce. I found that the biggest difference between these wedges and my old wedges, the EF, is that especially the 60 degree, it does not dig as much. So I'm in the fairway or a soft lie, and I take a swing. I don't have to worry about taking it a little too steep on it. I can go as steep as I want. Normally I don't feel like I'm going to chunk it with the 60 degree. The leading edge was sharper, but it just felt like it dug really quickly in comparison to this. This utilizes the bounce a lot more than the old wedges, which is really great. And their grips, I got the Golf Pride New Decade multi-compound white, blue, and gray grips. I don't know, these are the ones that I like the most. They just look pretty fresh, in my opinion. So those are my wedges, the Miller Grind TaylorMade wedges in 60, 56, and the 52 degrees. Now going all the way from pitching wedge to 4-iron, I got, and my 4-iron's already chipped, I'll take out my 7. I got the TaylorMade P750s, Tour prototypes. So these have a tungsten insert. They're forged club. They're pretty small when looking at them at the bottom. The shaft I got Dynamic Gold X100, so they're pretty stiff, and but they're a really good shaft. These clubs, in comparison to my old RSIs, not as forgiving. Obviously there's no speed slots or face slots on this, so ball speeds aren't really up as high as my RSIs. These go a little bit higher than my RSIs, which is good, and spin rate's up. But distances is about 5 yards shorter, which isn't that bad, given that my if I were to go hit my 7-iron against my RSI 7-iron, this one would go like 175, 176. My RSI would go 180, 182. So not a huge difference. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to take in order to maximize accuracy instead of maximizing distance, which I don't need anymore. If I'm hitting a 7-iron 175 yards, that's plenty fine. Don't need an extra 5 yards to get there, or to where I need to go. So yeah, X100s and then same grips, the New Decade multi-compound red, blue, and gray grips. So yeah, these are my irons, the P750s by TaylorMade, and those go all the way from pitching wedge to 4-iron, as I mentioned. And now I got a 3-iron. My 3-iron is the M1 3-iron. I use it as a driving iron because it's got some face slots and a speed slot on the bottom. So in my opinion, it's very forgiving. It launches pretty high and pretty far at the same time. The shaft, I got the Dynamic Gold X100s as well. And yeah, I just thought, the other one I went to go get fit, they said that it would be good to keep the steel shafts constant throughout my irons and my wedges. They took it one step back with the S400, which I did not touch on. I'm sorry, I should have. I got the S400 irons or shafts in my wedges, so a little less stiff in the wedges. I didn't need anything too crazy in the wedges, just as I'm not swinging really hard at them. With the irons, especially going into the long irons, I can tend to swing a little too hard at them, but these shafts will help out with the overall ball dispersion. Moving on to the 3-wood now, I got the M2 Tour. So the M2 Tour is different from the M1 and M2, obviously. M1, I didn't choose because it was just too high spinning. We couldn't get the spin rate down. The ball was launching pretty high and just ballooning up. Wasn't maximizing my swing speed or just my launch angle, and pretty much. So they said that there's definitely room to improve, so they gave me the M2 next, and I hit it. And again, numbers were pretty decent, but still not great. So they said you need to go with the M2 Tour. So the M2 Tour is a deeper faced model, lower spinning, smaller head, and it's just a pretty low spinning club in general. Again, this club suited me the best for two reasons. One, the lower spinning and deeper head face, or deeper face, and also the shaft that's in it. The shaft that I got in this right now is a Graphite Design Tour AD DI7X. It's a really stiff shaft. Although they gave me a stiff one to start to practice with and see what it was like, but I didn't like it because although I want a stiff shaft, I still want a shaft that I can control, and the other one I couldn't control. This one I can control very well, so I like this club a lot. It gets the job done. No adjustment options on this one, so it's set at 15 degrees standard, and they said that the lie angle on this one is also standard. And if you're wondering, all my shaft lengths are also all standard. There's no cut down or adjusted shaft lengths in my set right now. Alright, so the last clip in my bag is my driver. I got my Drexel head cover on it, of course. Now, I got the M1 440cc head with the weights in the full lower setting and then in the middle setting, so no draw or fade. I had it in the fade, but I didn't like it there because I felt it was too hard to turn over. I didn't mind hitting it like a 5-10 yard draw versus a 5-10 yard fade when I could not control a draw. I can control a fade and a draw now, which is great, so I'm just leaving it at that. Set at 9.5 standard. Right now I got it at 8 degrees, so obviously it's a pretty low lofted driver. This driver on average was carrying 305, and then when I got to use it on the course, I'm getting anywhere from 290 to 340 yard drives, depending on how wet it is out. Of course, I played practice round at Bond Head when I'm playing my better ball qualifier on Monday with Dylan, and the course is firm there. It's pretty windy, and I caught a couple drives decent, going a little bit downwind, and I hit one 340, 350. So this driver is a fly machine. Doesn't go extremely high. It carries a long way though, like it's just a bullet. And I guess that's partly due to the shaft and also the head. But the shaft I got is also Graphite Design. This is a TP6. It's an extra stiff flex. I'm pretty sure it's actually an extra stiff. That's what they told me. They said this thing is one of the stiffest shafts they have in stock at the Kingdom. So they gave this to me. I hit it a couple times, and I loved it right away. They were saying they were gonna have a tough time finding me a better option than the option I already have in my driver, or my old one, which I had the M1 460cc head with the Project X Hazard is black in it. They said they wouldn't find anything better. They gave me this shaft, piped the first one out there, 303 carry, and then just loved it after that. And the sound of this one also is a lot better, in my opinion, than the old M1. I just feel like this has a lot of, well, way louder noise, but also just a little more pingy, which is good. The M1 had a really deep hit, which wasn't bad, but I didn't really like it that much. And then also with the M2 sounds pretty deep as well. There's no ping to it, which also is not bad for a 3-wood. I enjoyed either way. Now moving to kind of inside my bag. My Bushnell, I got the Tour V3. Had this for like 5 years now. Trusty. It still does pretty good. Camera is 8 yards away right now. I think that's actually wrong. And then, yeah, so my Bushnell, it's with me at every single tournament that I play. If I'm not there with a Bushnell, I'm pretty much screwed. So I need a Bushnell. I got my steel wool brush to clean my clubs. I got my HAGA bag tag, my Future Masters bag tag, my York Downs bag tag, and my Sage Valley bag tag. Also my towel that I got right now is my most recent tournament that I played. It's an HAGA for that Justin Thomas one up in Kentucky at Harmony Landing Golf Club. Pretty fun tournament. Weather wasn't great, but oh well. Can't complain. Gloves, same thing as last year. Got my TaylorMade tour leather, whatever you want to call it. I got a couple of these still left. They're actually really good gloves. They lasted a lot longer than I thought they would, to be honest with you. They have, this one alone has been on my bag at least for a month or so, and it hasn't ripped yet. Although, one second, I'll show you this glove. This glove is also a TaylorMade glove. This one is brand new. I brought it downstairs and it ripped after like 15 swings, so I wasn't too amused. But the leather on it is still brand new, but there's just this huge rip in it that makes it completely not functional, which really sucks. And then now moving inside, actually, I'll go on my shoes. So I had these style, the True 360 boosts this is my second year now wearing them. I also have a pair of Addy Power 2s that I don't wear as much because I just don't feel like they offer enough support on the ankle. And then also a new pickup that I just got are these cross knits. They're soft soled, so there's no spikes, no like hard spikes. And I wear these actually quite a bit, and I've worn them quite a bit now. They're really comfortable. They feel not like Ultra Boost, but pretty similar. The ankle supports on them are really good, and they're a lot easier on your feet in comparison to an actual like hard golf shoe. And also these aren't too flashy, but they're kind of flashy, so you can wear them out as well, and like with regular clothes, and just go to the golf course and then play with them as well. So the functionality purpose of them is extremely high. I can wear them to school and then just go right to the golf course with them on and nobody will really know, which is pretty sweet. And at most they're comfortable, they look great. I don't know, they feel pretty good. So now, moving on to my golf ball that I still play, the Tour Preferred X. I haven't started playing the TP5X yet because I haven't had a chance to test it out too much, just solely due to the fact that I'm really busy, and if I'm not gonna like put a new ball into a tournament if I'm not comfortable with it yet. So right now I'm playing with the TPX still. TP5 is probably be next month, maybe the month after that. Just depends on how much I get out to practice with it. My water bottle, I got my Northern Junior water bottle. I just keep it in the cooler pocket down here. It's pretty useful when you want to stay hydrated on the course, which is important. I like to get some like supplements that I put in there, like Amino Vital or some other stuff that I got upstairs. Just good amino acids for you, keep you hydrated and give you lots of energy. In this, actually I'll try and back down this. In my side pocket here, I got a baggie of like old gloves, some phony holes, and a wrench for my clubs. Some hot pockets, so hand warmers because it was really cold in Kentucky actually. I needed those for the first round. And then just a spare pencil. Okay, so now one thing I seem to get roasted on quite a bit is my American flag on my bag when I'm a Canadian. Just one reason I have this bag, it's because I got it at the Northern Junior. I like the bag a lot and I just use it now. So it's kind of cool as an American flag, but being from Canada it's still kind of weird. In my top pocket up here, I got one lonely Sharpie, a bunch of tees, and then my divot tool and my ball markers. So here's my divot tool. This is my one that I use in tournaments all the time. It's got like a nice point to it. Fix all the ball marks that people create. In this pocket over here, we got all my Sharpies. So I don't know, I either mark my ball with a blue or red Sharpie, mostly blue in tournaments, so I got 3 blue Sharpies and 1 red. If I don't mark my ball up, 1, I don't know whose ball I'm playing. If I find one, I can't really tell if it's a TaylorMade. And 2, you need to, in order to start the round, they'll make you mark your ball. Got my athletic tape just in case I get a blister or a cut somewhere. Just tape it up quick and I'm all good. Up here I got my line device that I use to mark my line on my golf ball. And actually, speaking of that, I might as well show you how I mark my golf ball. If I can find one in here that's already marked up from a tournament. Alright, so this one's a little bit dirty. It's got some peanut butter and jelly on it, but I'll try and get up here and focus this on my golf ball. Alright, so this is my golf ball, TaylorMade. I got 3 blue dots and the blue line right there. It's a little bit dirty, so sorry about that. But yeah, that's my golf ball. That's why I play in tournaments all the time. That's been my marking on my golf ball for this is my second year now. I always change it up. I actually kind of forget sometimes. So I'm going on to my second last pocket, I think, in this bag. Yeah. Right here. There's not much in here right now, currently. Normally I just keep my rain gear in here, but I don't have much in here. It's just an empty pocket with a couple like newspapers. So that's that. In this pocket up here, we got some pills. Advil, Tylenol, just kidding, I have some pain somewhere. We got bug repellent, let's keep that up here. We got some rubber tees that we just got from California because the mats there were being, were the only things being used, so we needed tees. And I got my headphones. I find that I practice a lot more now with headphones than I did before. It's much more enjoyable, especially when you're alone for a while. You just pop in some headphones and you're pretty much occupied no matter what. So that's always good. And I feel like the rhythm actually helps a lot with putting or your swing. It gives you like a sense of your stroke. And last pocket of the day is my valuables pouch. Over here I got some eye drops. It's allergy season. That was at my tournament. I got some spare Bushnell batteries, more allergy meds, and then some loose change, that's all. And that's that. So guys, that's what's in the bag for 2017. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, this is just my bag. If you're wondering like what clothes I'm wearing, what hats I'm wearing, well, I'm wearing the TaylorMade hat, but I got Adidas clothes on. That's what I normally wear. Nothing too specific, I guess, for the most part. I'm starting to branch off and wear my university clothing now. So we'll see what the future has in store. But yeah, that's it. That's my what's in the bag. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it fulfilled all your expectations that you had of it. I know a lot of you wanted to see this for a long time, and I apologize for holding back on it for so long, but again, I only got fit in March for these clubs. I'm not gonna make a what's in the bag on the same clubs I had before and then release another one. So I thought I'd be a nice person and just release it, one what's in the bag with all my new clubs, and let you guys indulge on my new sticks. Yeah, that's it. I'll have some close-up shots, of course, throughout the video, I guess. And yeah, see you later, guys. Have a great day. Bye.